lovely people. Oops. Here goes my keys. Hello, lovely people. I have just driven to Stewarts, the garden centre in Christchurch, which is relatively near to where I live. It's about 20 minutes drive, to just have a little look at what they have and share that with you. Last time... Oh, I didn't even realise there's a train behind me. I was like, where is that train noise going from? I didn't even realise there's a train track there. Last time I came to Stewarts, they were actually a bit thin on the ground. I'm guessing because it was like just after Christmas, and they were sort of waiting for another restock, that kind of thing. So yeah, we'll see if they have got any more stuff in. I am not here to buy plants. I'm actually here to buy some pot covers by Elho. I never know how to say that, but Elho. Because I am in the process of trying to convert a lot of my calatheas into self-watering pots. That's not with leca or pon per se. It is just self-watering in a compost-based substrate into a self-watering pot, because they seem to really like it. It keeps them nice and moist. It seems to be really good for the marantas as well. So yeah, that is the plan. But I'm finding it really hard to get hold of the Elho self-watering inserts and the pots. You can't see, well, you can get them online, but then you have to pay for shipping, and you can't see them in person beforehand, and blah 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 blah. I don't know. I'm more in the mood for like seeing them first. And it's a great excuse to come to Stewarts. So yeah, let's get into it. So as usual, I'm going to do this as a voiceover. So if you're not prepared, this is a long video. Go and grab a cup of tea and a snack. So the first plant that we've got is a large spathiphyllum. This one is $42.99. A very lovely specimen actually. And then next we have this sort of silvery leaved spathiphyllum, which is the silver cupido, which is $19.99. I've got to say, I feel like this looks like it's been suffering with spider mites. So not for me, that one. So onto the philodendron table. This is the philodendron brantianum at quite affordable prices nowadays. Then we have the philodendron Prince of Orange, which is $24.99, which, oh my goodness, a year ago, that was sort of in the 70s. So, you know, we're doing well. Philodendron Moonlight is £50. That's quite a big plant, actually, so that's all right. But this one I'm perplexed by. This is $16.99 for a Monstera Peru, and it's got like 5 leaves. Weird. Yeah, they might need to mark that one down. Then we have these Epipremnum blue form, which are $8.99. These are a brilliant plant, so easygoing. I barely look at mine, and it's just grown prolifically. Really worth your time. This one is a Xanthosoma lime for $31.99, which is pretty decent, although they do die back in winter. Philodendron Burley Marks, which is $28.99, used to be sort of considered a rare plant, and its variegated counterpart also still is considered as such. The Alocasia Frydek, such a striking plant, and if it was less money, $57.99, it's not for me, mainly because I can't trust myself with Alocasias, but what a gorgeous plant. Then we've got the Alocasia Zabrina for $24.99. I don't know why they've started calling it Alocasia Tiger. That's just weird. But yeah, that seems to be the going price for them these days, is about £25. Then we are clearly on the Alocasia side of the table now. So we have this new specimen, the Alocasia Platinum, for $64.99. Whew. That's a lot of money. I'm not sure I like that one, honestly. Then we have this little Piper. This one hurts my heart because this is $29.99 for Piper sylvaticum. When I bought it from Stewarts a few months back, it was £92. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Then we have the Alocasia Red Secret, also known as Alocasia Cuprea, for $14.99. This one's looking a little bit beaten up, honestly, so I would probably hold out for some fresh ones. Then we have this lovely Alocasia Black Velvet for $21.99. It's actually quite a big plant. You often see these as really tiny little plants, so it's quite decent. Then we have the Philodendron Micans, one of my all-time favourites, for $13.99. That's really not bad. It's such a beautiful plant. If you're lusting after the Melanochrysum, the Micans is a good second. We have some interesting looking Monstera Adansonii here, really tiny leaves for $14.99. I haven't actually seen them. I guess this must be their kind of juvenile form, but it's quite unusual. Then we've got the Philodendron Dragontail for $42.99. I haven't seen this one before, quite honestly, and it's quite a fancy looking plant. I mean, I really like the shape of it and the glossiness of the leaves, but I do not fancy trying to untangle one of those from that nest. It seems to be creeping. I think it needs to have something to cling onto, and there's one on the top over there. Some little African violets. I do love my African violets. They're very pretty, but they're always kind of the same price wherever you go. What are they called? Anthurium hybrid here. So this is the Anthurium Jungle, $19.99. Quite a plain one. Their variegated counterparts kind of go for about 50 quid. The other side of the dragon tail table, you can see what I mean by the sort of sprawling mess. How do you untangle that? How do you get that home? That's what I want to know. Then we have the classic Monstera deliciosa. This one has got fenestrations on quite a small leaf, so I'm guessing that is a propagated stem. So that's $22.99. Very lovely plant, and they have definitely come down in price from what they used to be, getting more towards kind of the IKEA prices. And here are the pots. So this one we're looking at here is the Elho pot that I'm kind of after. I don't think this one is the right size, but these are really, really good because they are completely waterproof, and I believe they're made out of recycled plastic as well. I think that one is the one that I want. Size-wise, I think it's 18 centimetres is what I was after. And yeah, the pots are 20% off at the moment. That's the outer cash pots. I still can't figure out which ones they are, but a lot of them seem to be. And then we have some little Phottonias. So this one is quite intriguing because it's sort of half got pink splashes. It's called the Bubble Lemon for £8.49. And then this one is, I really love this one. I got one a little while ago. Mine's sort of struggling along, but it's still alive. I think it caught thrips, but this is the Grey Sensation and also £8.49. These are perfect terrarium plants and can be very easily separated. Here we have the lovely Rianne Baxter macrame hangers, which I am just yanking off the rail. So Rianne makes her macrame or macrame, I don't even really know how it's said. She makes her hangers in Hampshire, which is very close to me and obviously very close to Stewarts in Christchurch. She makes absolutely gorgeous hangers. They're very reasonably priced and they're all handmade. And I love that Stewarts is working with local makers to sell their goods. Very lovely hangers. I've got a couple more on the way, so I will be showing you those when I receive them, but I also have my eye on this lovely green one for $25.99 for a medium hanger, and also the one behind it, which is a dark navy blue. I just love how they look. I never thought I was into macrame or macrame, but it turns out I am. She sent me a few a little while ago and I absolutely love them. Here we have a Maranta. So this is, I think the common name is Fascinator, or Calathea red stripe apparently. They're very reasonably priced these days. They used to be a lot more expensive, but you can replace them quite easily if you kill them. So Calathea white fusion has come down in price. Maybe that's because everyone keeps killing them. That's $27.99 now, which is actually a lot more reasonable than kind of the 60 quid for the certain death that you're bringing into your home. Then we have the Calathea lancifolia. I don't know why this is called Insignis, but $22.99, also known as the Calathea rattlesnake. Then we have a tiny little begonia table. So this I'm a bit confused by, because I thought this was Begonia corallina, but this is Begonia cane hotspot. It seems to have exactly the same flowers, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of Googling to understand why. It might just be that someone else has hybridized it and renamed it, or they're just trying to brand it in a different way. I'm not really sure. And we have a nice orchid table. I'm going through an orchid phase, you guys. So here we have our little jewel orchids, and they are looking so healthy and so happy. So this one I picked up is gorgeous. It's not actually a Macrame, which I didn't find out until later. And this one is so pretty. I've picked this one and put it down, picked it up and put it down so many times over the last sort of 6 months. Yeah, so gorgeous. And a lovely Anictoculus. This will forever be my nemesis, this name, but I love this gorgeous plant, which I have killed. Anemocodes, I'll always love these. So pretty, so pretty. They just look like lightning on sort of velvet. It's so gorgeous. And over this little island, we've got another Macrame in a terrarium, which I'm quite intrigued by, because they seem to be doing very well in there, so maybe I'll take that as a tip. Then we've got Begonia masoniana, or I think this might be the mountain variety. I don't really understand this potting method, because it seems to be fairly wedged in there, but there we go. Then we have another lovely begonia. So this is the Begonia Tap Dance for $7.99. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit tempted. It has a very, very gorgeous green undertone and silvery variegation, but I just can't with begonias right now. Mine are all going dormant. Then we have a lovely ficus tree. I still can't remember the name of this. We're going to have to wait until we see the label. So this is $99.99, I believe, which is not that bad. So Altissima, which is, yeah, for a lovely tree like that, I mean, that's not a bad price. Then we have one of my favourite orchids, the Cambria, for $17.99. I think this is a Nelly Isla. So I have had one of these and killed it, but the scent of the Nelly Islas is just beautiful, so worth it. Then I spotted this little jewel orchid over here. It's looking slightly worse for wear. Supposedly it's a Macrame Dawsonia. But it's flowering, so that might be why it's looking a little worse for wear. I'm not going to lie, I was tempted by it. It had a very pinky, gorgeous glaze, but I didn't pick that one up. Walked past some more of the Philodendron Burley Marks, and then this is a Philodendron Pink Princess for $12.99. These are baby plants, as they have now figured out how to produce these through tissue culture. Same again, we've got an Epipremnum Blue Form for $8.99. We're kind of sitting on what was the rare table of Stewarts. So we've got the Syngonium Pink Spot for $48.99, I think that was. I'm not convinced by those. They're not for me. Ludicea discolor, very, very gorgeous plant. I really like. I mean, I love my jewel orchids, you know this, but these are flowering, and the flowers are very dainty, very pretty. Over here we have a little Alocasia amazonica, or Alocasia poly, or what do we call it? Alocasia curly bambino now, apparently. So great terrarium plant, best kept in a terrarium, honestly. We have some air plants. These are actually quite reasonably priced, I think. So $2.99 each. and there's a fair range of sizes in there. We have quite a lot of your standard foliage plants, so I'm kind of glossing over those, but we've got a clivia here for $12.99. I do love a clivia, and they are a plant of South Africa, so I'm kind of showing them in honour of my partner Craig, who's from South Africa. Then we have a lovely little Paphiopedilum. Look at that, so pretty. And also I love the leaves, but this is the Mandia for $15.99, which is again not too bad for a lovely orchid. And then this gorgeous one, which is the Dendrobium Polar Frost, I think. We'll just double check. Polar Fire, sorry, for $14.99. Very, very pretty. And then we have our gorgeous Philodendron Melanochrysums. So when I got mine, it was £85. This is now $149.99. So I'm making back what I lost on that Piper. Then we've got Peperomia Green Bubble. I actually have one of these, and it's not doing so well because I forgot to water him for quite a while. If you've watched my orchid video, this is the orchid mist I talk about. So this is $10.99. It's a good fertiliser. Will see you through for a long time. It doesn't seem to go off. It's pretty good. They have a good stash here now in Stewarts. They have a really good variety of substrates, which they didn't used to have. So that we've got clay pebbles, coarse horticultural grit, perfect for your cacti. They have a terrarium focus, which I wasn't even aware that they're doing a terrarium focus, but a decent price, $5.99. And then the vermiculite and clay pebbles are $4.99 each. Again, not bad. Then this, which it makes me think of Kokedama, but this is Kanuma. I've not heard of that, for $10.99, but I'm guessing it's similar to Kokedama. No, not Kokedama. I can never remember the name. Then we've got the gorgeous white Euphorbia, I think. So Euphorbia ingens variegata. So 220, not that bad for such a gorgeous and old cactus. Then £319 for this fella, very beautiful. This little section was a little bit tricky to film because it's quite sparse at the moment, and I really try not to get people's faces or really any identifying features of a person into my videos, because I just don't think it's really fair. So hence why things are a little bit focused on the ground. Some lovely little terrariums there. Then we've got this Sansevieria, which used to be quite hard to get hold of, but this is $14.99. Very, very pretty. Very tempted by that one, honestly. Some more Phalaenopsis orchids. And then this is one of my, I don't know, like wish list items, because I really don't need it. And, you know, it's just a luxury item that's, you know, not functionally any better than any other watering can. But for $29.99, I can't justify it, but I really do like it. Then we've got just, I don't know, it's looking a little sparse on the succulent side of things. I think they're due a restock, but they do have a lot of cacti and some lithops or lithops, however you want to say it. I think the lady I was speaking to, Lizzie, said that they're due a stock take, so maybe that's why they've let the cacti kind of die down, so they don't have to pick up every single one and get spiked. And just coming on to kind of the almost like the homeware section of plants, so they're making this very stylish, I want to say. I love that little mister. Again, a little luxury item I would love to have, but you know, can't justify the price, but I do love the look. But yeah, they've definitely chosen some really gorgeous pots here. And there's quite a few sort of recycled materials here, that kind of thing. Here we have an anthurium, looking a lot more healthy than any that's ever survived in my house. So $37.99, not bad actually, because there's a couple of plants in there, so quite a decent price. These I'm logging for future, because £3 for an S-hook that looks nice is actually not bad. I've got quite a few S-hooks that are really unsightly, so I'm remembering that for future. Some more of Rianne Baxter's lovely Macrame or Macrame. Someone please tell me how I'm supposed to say that. These are some of my favourites, the dip dye ones. They are just so simplistic and so beautiful, and I'm a massive fan. So I'll leave her website in the description if you want to see it. And finally, just a lovely little sunset. Hey, so that didn't go to plan. They have a lot more nice stuff in than the last time that I visited. Oh my god, it's so dangerous going to a plant shop. So I got a couple of orchids and I will show you later. I did get the pots though, which is good, except for because I'm a disorganised individual, I forgot what sizes I was looking for, so I had to get 3. I mean, had to. I didn't have to, but I felt like it would be a wasted trip if I didn't get them. So, yeah, let's just not talk about what I spent. Oh dear, sad times. Hello everyone, I thought I would just do my update. I'm on my headphones today because, long story short, I am very bad at this whole being practical thing, and my phone is very close to dead, so it is now on charge, so I can't use my microphone. I'm also like trying to squeeze this in before my lights go out in 10 minutes, 11 minutes, because like it's late at night, so just, you know, average stressing from me, you know, the usual. So I thought I would just show you all what I bought from Stewarts. So it will maybe a little speedy walkthrough, but I didn't buy much. So the first thing that I bought was not this plant, but this cash pot. So this was an Elho cash pot in original round, 18 centimeters living black. This one was $5.99, and they actually had 20% off on their pot covers. So $5.99, 20% off is like £5, £4.80 or something. I can't do quick maths, but so I don't know if you can see very well because these are both black, but inside this we've got a self-watering insert, and I've got a Stromanthe Magic Star, which I repotted probably like 4 or 5 days ago, which is why it's looking like slightly wilted, but it will pick itself back up. So that was the first one that I got. So that's the 18 centimeter pot. I think I might have said when I was walking back to the car that I couldn't remember what size I'd got, so I ended up getting 3 sizes. So this is another one. This is the original round, 22 centimeters warm grey. Original price is £9.49, but again it is 20% off. So again, you can probably see it a bit better this time. We've got the self-watering insert here. Again, this is a Calathea ornata. Is it? No, it's Calathea mosaica, which is a little bit worse for wear, as you can see, which is why I felt the need to get this self-watering situation going ASAP for this poor little plant. So that's the 22 centimetre, and this next one is the one that doesn't really fit. So this is the 25 centimetre in burgundy, I think, and that was yeah, 25 centimetres. That one was $14.49 at 20% off. So yeah, it doesn't quite fit, but that's fine, you know, for now. So it does the job. But this is my single-leafed Calathea orbifolia, which has got a perpetual issue with thrips. So I think we're past the thrips now, but he's had a bit of a case of the Emma unwatering itis. So that's this one. So I did get what I originally planned to go for, just not quite in all the right sizes. I know it doesn't necessarily make sense to get 3 different sizes when I only needed 2 different sizes, but I wasn't sure which of the 2 biggest sizes was the correct one. I mean, I think I did know, but I was doubting myself. So anyway, I have got 6 minutes left. We will get through this. Right, and then I got this gorgeous orchid, which you probably saw a little bit of yesterday. So this is the Dendrobium Polar Fire in pink. And oh my goodness, this is gorgeous. It's just like, I don't know, it just looks like fake almost, and I can't quite get myself over it. It's so pretty. I've never had a dendrobium before, so it's not on my list of ones that I've killed, but I'm hoping that this one will do successfully. I am very pleased with it, and I'm going to be looking up the care a lot. This is just another little pot that I had, just to, it doesn't have photosynthesizing roots, so it doesn't, like, I don't need to have the clear plastic pot that you, in the way that you do with the Phalaenopsis. But what I believe this is a Dendrobium Phalaenopsiae. It's some kind of subtype of Dendrobium, which are slightly easier care than just Dendrobiums. So yeah, I just, it's so pretty. I can't get over it. I'm going through a bit of an orchid phase, as you will see in a second. So if anyone has watched my most recent orchid video, you will know that, oh wait, I didn't say how much the Dendrobium was. The Dendrobium was $14.99, so not much more expensive than a usual supermarket Phalaenopsis orchid. So I was like, I gotta get it, I gotta. It wasn't my fault. I got stuck having a lovely conversation with one of the ladies who works there, Lizzie, and we were standing right by these dendrobiums, and I was like, it's so pretty, it's so pretty, I can't leave it. So yeah, it wasn't my fault. And then finally, whoa, we've got 5 minutes to go. Whoopsie. Yeah, so if you did watch my orchid video, you will be aware of why this is probably not the best idea. So I bought myself 3 jewel orchids, and I have had a terrible track record with jewel orchids. All of the ones that I've bought have died, apart from like one really ropey looking and bloomer. What's it called? I can't remember the name. Enoctoculus. Enoctoculus? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm getting frazzled. But these 3 are all Macrame. So this is Macrame Nishikira, Japan. So hopefully you can see that. It's a very, very pretty kind of snowy white with kind of a pink tint. And this one was, oh my goodness, this, I don't think I'd ever be able to see this. It's called the Goodyear Schlechtendaliana Varnishikaran, Japan. I'm very sorry to anyone for whom that might be your language, because I've ruined it. But this was $15.99, and it's just so pretty, and I've been avoiding getting these for so long, and I don't know what came over me yesterday. There was something wrong with me. It's not my fault. Right? Then the next one I got was Macrame Siamensis Pink Gold, except for this one, the label actually says it's Anictoculus. Anictoculus. Why? It's not like you can just Google how it's said, because it's like a Latin plant name, right? But anyway, Anictoculus Siamensis White Centre Pink Gold, and this one is just something to behold. Sorry, that's gone very yellow all of a sudden, but it is very, 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 very beautiful. So pretty. I'm a little bit scared that these are going to get pests or aphids or something. It's got some kind of like little web on it. Yeah, there we go. so pretty. It's like pinky and golden, and just like the name says, pink gold. And that one was also $15.99. These little things are so expensive, it's eye-watering. And then finally a Macodes Patola Gold, because I had the original Macodes Patolas, but I never had the gold variety. I don't really know what makes it gold, but it's very gorgeous all the same. And this one was $11.99. And yeah, I am just hoping and praying that I manage to make these live. I'm going to be doing a lot more research on them and hoping for the best, because I dropped a fair bit of money on them again, and there's something wrong with me. So that is pretty much it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again next week in my next video. Bye, guys.